Hey, Megan.
Where is everyone?
I wish I knew. It's been like this ever since lunch. And to think, I gave up college for the glamour and action of bartending.
So, where's Max? Someone told me he left in the middle of taping. Something about Al?
Yeah, he's sick. I don't know. He's been whining and cranky all day.
Oh, well, I'll go check on him.
Right.
Kelly had that book on Hey there.
Hey there. Kelly tells me that Al's not so well.
No, he's not. And it's not just your simple childhood cold either. Something may be seriously wrong with the little guy.
Hello. I'm meeting Sarah Gordon. She is. Thank you. Hi, Sarah, darling.
Oh, hi. I'm so glad you had time to meet with me.
Yes, I am, too. I'm sorry we didn't get much chance to talk last night or this morning.
Would you care for a menu or something?
No, thank you. I'll just have coffee.
I'll have a refill. Thanks. So much has been happening, Viki. I'm just a complete mess again.
Darling, you have been vindicated. Now, Bo and everyone else in the family, now they know that Austin is alive. Now you're being supported, not doubted.
Well, thank God for that. At least Bo and Megan aren't talking about psychiatrists and nervous breakdowns anymore. But, Viki, I am so confused about what to do, terminating this pregnancy or...
Sweetheart, on the telephone, you said you postponed the procedure this morning. You didn't say why.
Brenda McGillis asked me to have the baby and let her adopt it after it's born.
What? She asked you what? Sarah, I can't believe.
Sarah, excuse me. Hi, Viki.
Brenda,
I was just telling Viki what you asked me to do this morning.
Well, that's why I've tracked you down, Sarah. I think that we need to talk about my asking you to carry this baby for me. Look at you standing.
Excuse me, Miss Medina. Cord Roberts is here to see you.
Oh, I hope you told him I wasn't here.
Oh, well, as a matter of
Look,
fact...
I'm sorry to barge in like this, Gabrielle, but I gotta talk to you.
Martin, it's all right, thank you. Cord, when did you get back from Milan?
I just got in about an hour ago. Tina told me everything, Gabrielle. I can't understand how you could be so ruthless and cold-hearted. In fact, the more I think about this, the angrier I get.
Would you please keep your voice down? I don't want to upset Garrick.
I just don't understand you, Gabrielle. I don't understand how you could do something like this. How could you have the nerve?
I did what I had to do, but I suppose there's no hoping that you would understand that.
No, there's not. Where's Michael? He's the one I need to talk to.
No, Cord. I should be the one to tell him. He probably won't forgive me, but I have a better chance if I confess.
Wait a minute, Gabrielle. What are you talking about? Confess to what now?
What are you talking about?
All right, Gabrielle, come on. There's got to be something going on in that guilty conscience of yours. Something that you're worried about Michael forgiving you for.
I have to put Garrick down. Here we go. Look, as I said, I was the one who persuaded Michael to send Tina to Milan, and I also gave him my word that you wouldn't come down on him for it, but now you're here.
Nice try, Gabrielle. But you thought I was angry about something else a little while ago.
Cord, what do the Italian authorities say about Tina?
They're presuming that she's innocent, but they don't know for sure, and they're not going to let her go until they do. Now, you don't happen to have any idea when that might be?
No. I feel dreadful about this, but you know this house arrest has nothing to do with the errand that we sent her to Milan on.
Yeah, well, this little errand you sent her on, I think, was a little bit more than a harmless little bribe. In fact, I think you knew all along that there were going to be serious repercussions.
That is absurd. Michael was feeling so much grief from his wife. I had to look after the baby for him, otherwise I would have gone to Milan.
Okay, let me tell you something. Let this serve as ultimate notice to you and to Michael that you will never get Tina involved in another plot like this. You understand me?
Cord.
What's wrong? Just got back from Milan, Michael. Tina still can't leave the country.
You're kidding. That's ridiculous.
Cord also feels that we had prior knowledge about Tina's passport being stolen by the art smugglers.
Cord, don't you think that's a little far-fetched?
I think that the two of you used Tina's sympathy for Alicia to get her to do your dirty work. Now, my wife is stuck in a foreign country without her husband and without her little baby.
This is ridiculous. We didn't tie her up, gag her, and drag her to the airport, Cord. She came over here and volunteered because she's been very jealous of the time you spend with Audrey. Oh, I forgot. I've got to go to the hotel. I have an appointment, but Garrick's bottle, it'll be ready in about 10 minutes.
Okay.
Cord, I feel awful about this for Tina, so the next time you speak to her, would you please give her my love?
Why don't you sit down? I'll get you some coffee, okay?
That's all right, Michael. I think I made my feelings clear about my wife. And the next errand you may have her run for you.
Yes, you have. But there's something very important I want to discuss with you before you run off.
Larry told me that you had reconsidered your decision because of me, Sarah.
Brenda, I specifically asked Larry not to discuss it with you. I haven't made up my mind yet.
Well, I forced him into telling me that, Sarah. And I just want you to know that what I did this morning, asking you to do that, it was way out of line.
Brenda, this is all really very bizarre.
Well, Viki, my behavior has been very bizarre lately. You know that? And I know that I lost my baby, and now to find out that I can't have any more children, but I...
Oh, honey, I'm so sorry. I didn't know.
But that's no excuse for all this thoughtlessness. Sarah, I don't think that you should go through with this. I don't think that you should, for the next 9 months, be walking around with a constant reminder of that man who attacked you. I really don't.
Brenda, I'm not entirely comfortable with the idea of terminating this pregnancy. And when I saw how upset you were, I felt guilty and...
Oh, please, don't feel guilt. This pregnancy was imposed on you. You shouldn't feel guilty about that. You should be worrying about yourself now, that's all. And I don't know what else to say to you except that I hope you can forgive me.
Oh, don't worry about that at all.
Brenda, honey, I'm worried about you.
Oh, please, I'm gonna be fine. You just look after Sarah, okay?
My word, life can be so strange and so cruel.
I agree. Now you see why this has me so shook up. I mean, Brenda wants more than anything to have a child. And here I am, I find myself pregnant. I don't even want to be. Maybe I was supposed to be raped. Maybe I'm supposed to carry that child.
Sarah,
okay, I know it sounds like bizarre talk, but it just shows you the state that I'm in. 1 minute it's yes, the next minute it's no. 1 minute I'm making total sense, the next I make no sense at all.
Honey, personally, I think that you are extremely pulled together, if you like, given what you've been through, especially considering that you've been terrorized by a man everybody thought was dead.
Well, we know he's alive. He's out there, and he knows I'm pregnant, and he wants me to have this baby. Oh, Viki. I think I just made my final decision about this pregnancy.
Well, what does Mrs. Keegan think, Max?
Well, she thinks it's just a bad cold, and that's why he's cranky. But he's had colds before. I don't know. It's never been like this. Maybe I'm just overreacting.
That's always a possibility with you.
Maybe I just don't have enough experience at these things.
Yeah, that's also a possibility.
Thank you.
But instead of worrying, Max, why don't you just take Al to Dr. Wesley?
First, I want to take a look at that book. Kelly, is it down here, that Child's Illness Digest?
Yeah, I think it's right over here. Hang on.
Thanks. How's Sarah?
That's another problem. Here you go. Right here.
Great, thanks, Kelly. Listen, why don't you go upstairs and take a look at him and see what you think?
Okay, sure.
Thanks.
Oh, Max, I almost forgot. Gabrielle called. She said she wants you to get back to her about seeing Al tonight or something.
Oh, great. Gotta find out what's wrong with him fast and get him fixed quick.
Relax, Max. Gabrielle's not going to drag you to court because Al is sick.
Are you kidding? She's gonna say whatever happened is all my fault. I mean, she's already griping about all the time I'm spending as a producer. She's looking for anything to use against me, Megan. Anything.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, let's go back here. Let's go back here. There you go. Yeah, here. Now, Cord, regarding Tina, I am going to check with my contacts in the Milan embassy and see if there's
Michael, I already talked to them. They said the best they could do is lodge a formal protest on her behalf.
Well, maybe if I talk to them, then something more can be done.
Thank you. Listen, you said there was something else you wanted to talk to me about.
Yes, Austin Buchanan and the fact that I have been totally excluded from any efforts your family is making to find him.
Look, we don't know what's going on with Austin. Of course, we're keeping in touch with Rafe every day, trying to find out.
I had the impression from Bo that you were going to be hiring private detectives and putting out reward offers. I haven't seen any evidence of that in the newspapers.
Well, again, I've been away for a while, Michael, and as far as I know, the family is assuming that Austin is, out of state or even out of the country by now.
Are you sure?
What do you mean by that?
Well, you just don't seem very convinced, that's all. Am I being kept in the dark because of the feud?
No, Michael.
Because as far as I'm concerned, it is over.
Well, no offense, Michael, but I think it's going to take a while before my family can trust you completely.
Well, I can see how you would feel that way. But believe me, Cord, losing Alicia and caring for Garrick have taught me a lot about life. I mean, it's changed my whole perspective. I know now, all too well, that love is much more important than money. I want Garrick to be friends with CJ and with Viki and Clint's children, too.
Well, hopefully, in time, we'll all be able to put the past behind us.
Just as in time, maybe I can forget that Buchanan killed my wife.
Well, I guess we've all got a lot to feel guilty for, don't we? Listen, Michael, I will do what I can, and if we get any new information about Austin, I will let you know.
Good. Because he has got to be brought to justice, Cord. For Alicia's sake. Audrey's sake. Sarah's, if not mine.
Well, look, I got to get home and tell my little boy that his mama's going to be in Italy for a little while longer.
Well, hopefully not.
And I will also remind him how fortunate he is to have a mommy at all.
Yeah. Now, Cord, if the family decides to go all out looking for Austin, I want to be involved.
I understand, Michael.
Good.
We'll be in touch.
All right, take care. Oh, I'm telling you, Garrick, I love you.
Enough of this.
What? What is it?
This book's scaring me to death. Almost every childhood illness starts with crankiness and fever.
Well, listen, he's fast asleep now.
And that's encouraging. I mean, he hasn't slept all day, Max. Huh?
Does that mean I can relax? He just has a cold?
Maybe.
Does this mean I can kiss you hello, which I still haven't done? How you feel? Do you have a temperature?
Well, I know it's a little above normal when I'm around you.
Why, I should hope so. I go to the hospital with Sarah.
Oh, she didn't do it yet.
Why not?
There's this part of her that desperately wishes that she didn't have to. It's a long story.
I got time to talk, unless you have made other plans later with Marco.
No, I haven't. I told you the two of us are finished.
I heard he was down by the studio earlier today. Maybe he didn't get the message.
Believe me, he definitely got the message. I believe we were talking about Sarah.
Well, that does it. That's enough of this mess around. Kelly, call Dr. Wesley. Tell her that I'm bringing the boy right down.
I'll help you get Al ready.
I'm going to terminate the pregnancy.
I see.
Do you think I'm doing the right thing?
Oh, yes, I do, honey. I have already told you that I think you're doing the right thing. Darling, when it's over, Austin's going to find out about it, and then he's going to leave you alone.
I wish I was so sure of that, but he was terrorizing me long before he knew I was pregnant.
Honey, this is completely different. Now he wants to kidnap you. He wants to set up house with
I'm
you.
afraid once he finds out that I've terminated the pregnancy, he's going to try to kill me or
Don't
something.
say that.
Well, you know he's capable of anything.
I also know he's going to be caught. Surely the family's going to take extraordinary measures to have you protected now, won't they?
You know what really frightens me about this whole thing? He just seems to know everything about me. I'm totally amazed that he wasn't at the hospital this morning.
Well, Bo is going to get you security guards, right?
Viki, I have the name of a place that's outside of Llanview. And look, I know it's a lot to ask, but there's really no one that I would rather have there with me than you.
Of course I'll go with you.
Maybe there was a reason that I let Brenda shake me up so much this morning. Maybe maybe I didn't want Beau there to be with me, holding my hand. You know, it's like I want him there waiting for me at the end of this just whole horrendous experience.
You want him waiting in your future.
Right. So we can get engaged for real and set a wedding date, and so that the two of us can have children that are conceived in love and in hope.
Oh, excuse me. Gabrielle?
Viki, Sarah. What?
Gabrielle, I meant to tell you that you and Michael did an absolutely splendid job with the Daisy Awards.
Well, thank you. You know, it was very exciting setting something up like that when you know millions of people are going to see it. Viki, I'm very sorry about Tina.
What do you mean? What about Tina?
Cord stopped by the house on the way back from the airport. She's still under house arrest.
This is so ridiculous.
Yes, I agree.
I don't know why you and Michael ever sent her to Milan in the first place with all that money.
Please, Viki, I've already been scolded by Cord. Besides, the errand we sent her on had nothing to do with the art smugglers.
No, but if she hadn't been in Milan, then her passport could not have been stolen,
Yes.
could it?
Well, I have to run now. It's been lovely seeing you.
Charming seeing you.
What in the world is going on with Tina?
That'll be $3. Max's place.
Hello, Kelly. Is Max back yet?
No, he's not.
I see. When do you expect him?
I'm really not sure, Gabrielle.
So he'll be late again, and my son will be left alone with yet another babysitter. I'm on my way over to pick him up.
Wait a minute, Gabrielle, look. Max came home about an hour ago because Al wasn't feeling well.
What? Is he all right?
Yeah, it's probably nothing more than a cold, but he thought he should bring him to the pediatrician anyway.
So he's with Dr. Wesley?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, well, I don't want your sympathy. As for love, I don't believe in it. Oh, Ruby, come on. I know you like to be a tough person, but underneath it all, you've got a softer heart than I do. Oh, yeah? Well, you're a powder puff, so that's an insult. Don't laugh. I don't think it's funny as far as I'm concerned.
Don't worry about it. I'll be right outside, okay?
Max, hi. Just rehearsing for tomorrow's show. How's little Al?
We don't know yet.
And why are you out here?
When the doctor drew blood from Al, I almost fainted.
Oh, honey.
So Al insisted I come out here and have a lollipop.
Here. Here you go.
He said a green one.
Green one. So, was he happy that we brought him in?
Yeah, I mean, the doctor said that he's all congested and the fever's still real high, and I'm really beginning to appreciate what my parents went through with Steve and me. I mean, I wasn't much older than Al, and I started pulling a lot of stuff on them to make them worry. I thought it was real funny, and now I see how funny it is to worry about a child. Don't you worry. By the time we get married and have at least 6 kids, by then, I will settle into this role. I'll be able to handle it.
Oh, yeah? What if we have 12 or 14?
Is this a doctor's office or a kindergarten?
Oh, hello, Gabrielle.
What are you doing here?
I heard that my son is sick.
Well, yeah, that's right, but it's not an emergency. He's got a fever, a cough.
I knew something like this would happen. You're so busy running a bar, being a producer, Miss Daisy Award's lover, that you...
Wait just 1 minute.
No, you wait. I cannot believe, you know, the poor child is probably suffering from neglect because you won't let me see him enough, and you don't even care to...
That is not the truth.
Just lay off.
Pardon me. Is this also a rehearsal for tomorrow's show?
Thanks, Kelly.
Sure.
Hey,
Cord.
Hey,
Welcome
man,
home,
how
son.
you doing?
Good,
Good to be home. Thanks. Wow.
It's a damn shame about Tina.
Oh, tell me about it. I am so damn aggravated with those Italian officials over there. I know maybe 25 words. No, I take that back. I spent so much time there. Maybe I know 100 words of Italian now.
But none of them the right ones.
Well, unfortunately, but I know some great gestures.
Well, you know, after you called, I had an idea.
Yeah?
And I called a correspondent friend of mine, works for a Milan newspaper. I filled him in on the situation.
Did he know anything about it?
No, and he figures that this is either a secret operation where they're trying to nab some big fish, or it's just plain bull.
Yeah, well, I tell you, Clint, that's the way I'm starting to lean on this whole situation. But did he say if he was going to help us or not?
Yeah, because if it is true about the art smuggling going on, it'll be a good story for him.
Good.
And if it isn't true, it'll still be a good story for him, and we might get Tina back in the process.
I tell you, she doesn't seem any worse for the wear during all this. I mean, at least she's busy the whole time. She's still redecorating that damn hotel for Michael. But she misses us. Hey, she's not unhappy, but this could go on for weeks. It could go on for months yet. Clint, who knows?
Did you find out anything about the art smuggling gang?
No, not a word, which, again, is starting to make me think that this whole thing is some kind of a hoax. Oh, and speaking of art, take a look at this here.
What do you got there?
Huh? It's a present for Viki from Tina.
Well, that's an antique, isn't it?
It sure is.
Viki will love it.
Good. Listen, how's the family doing, Clint? Especially Sarah. I was really worried about her. How's she holding up?
Well, I got a lot to fill you in on there, Cord, and I'm afraid it's going to be a little shocking to you.
Why?
Austin's alive.
Thank you.
When I left messages for Clint at home and at the office.
Viki, what are you going to tell him?
Just that I'm tied up with you tonight, and he mustn't worry about me. Sarah, have you talked to your father recently?
You mean since I yelled at him for not saving me? No.
Do you still feel that way?
Oh, no, I don't think I even felt that way when I said it. I feel embarrassed about it. I'm just worried that when I call him up to apologize, I'm going to end up just telling him that I'm pregnant.
You don't want him to know?
No, I don't. The rape was hard enough for him to deal with, and this would just be too much.
Honey, you hurt him when you said those things to him. Maybe you could call him tomorrow, huh?
I will.
Good.
You know, honestly, I've been trying to figure out why I just lashed out at him like that. The only thing that I can come up with is that I was angry at him for not raising me to be tougher to deal with the situation that I was in, and definitely tougher to deal with everything that's happened afterwards.
Yeah. Excuse me, Miss Gordon. This was left for you.
Thank you. It's from Gabrielle. Why would she be sending me a note?
Oh, my dear, I have never understood Gabrielle Medina. I'm not about to start trying now.
Dear Sarah, it's very important to me that the wounds between the Buchanans and Michael Grande be healed. With your help, I'm sure we can end this terrible feud between the families. I'm at work in the second floor conference room. Please stop in and see me as soon as possible. I don't want Michael or the Buchanans to know I've made this gesture. Let's keep it between us girls for now. Thanks, Gabrielle Medina. Does this make sense to you?
No, not really. Michael apologized and both forgave him.
Well, still, Asa and Clint and Cord are far from forgiving. I just don't understand why she wouldn't want to talk to you, too.
Gabrielle generally steers pretty clear of me.
Well, I think I'll go up and check it out while you're waiting for Clint to call.
Sarah, wait a minute.
What?
Good Lord, what are we doing? This could be another trap set by Austin, and we are marching right into it.
This letter's from Austin.
Well, maybe I'm overreacting a little bit, but he does always seem to know wherever you are, doesn't he, Sarah?
No, this isn't his handwriting. He prints, for one thing, and it sort of slants to the left. I mean, look how flowery this is.
All right, okay, but I am not convinced. I mean, why would Gabrielle send you a note? Why couldn't she phone you?
Excuse me, could I use a telephone, please? Well, I'm just going to call and see if she's there.
How intelligent of you to call for a telephone. I mean, I walked all the way out in the hall just to call Clint.
Here you are.
Thank you. Oh, great. Could you give me the extension of the upstairs conference room?
I'm sorry, they've had some problems up there. There's no phone in that room right now.
Oh, okay, well, guess I won't be needing this then. You still look skeptical about this.
Well, Austin has given us reason to be skeptical, hasn't he?
All right, yes, but I can't believe that he would break into Gabrielle's office, steal some stationery, forge her handwriting, and then dress up as her and give the note to the maitre d'. Plus, how would he even know that I was here at the hotel to deliver the note? It just...
All right, maybe I'm just being too skeptical. Okay, why don't you go and see her? I'll pay the bill.
Thanks. I won't be more than 5 minutes.
Excuse me. Waiter, I have the check, please.
So when I realized he was absolutely not going to get better, I bundled him up and I rushed him over here. Now tell me, Gabrielle, what were you going to do different?
Nothing, although she'd love a chance to yell at you a little more.
Megan, I have been furious with Max ever since he took the job of producer because I know the hours that job insists on taking, which means there are less hours for you to spend with our son.
I spend quality time with our son. I get up early every morning and spend time with him, which is what a lot of fathers do that work.
Yes, and in this situation, he could spend far more time with at least one parent, his mother.
You work too. What are you talking about?
I only work part-time. I spend the rest of the time at home with Gary.
Home, I love it. How long was Alicia in the grave before you moved into her home?
I beg your pardon.
Oh, excuse me, pardon me. I
You
went beyond
know
the
that
bounds
is
of
the only reason why I'm there, because she died. But that's beside the point. The real point is that I am home with Garrick, and so there's no reason why Al can't be there, as well as being stuck up in top of a bar somewhere with some babysitter.
Kelly is terrific with Al, and when she's busy with the restaurant, Mrs. Keegan is wonderful, too. She's an ex-preschool teacher, and she is just wonderful with the kids. She's an excellent babysitter.
She can't be nearly as excellent as his mother would be.
Okay, tell you what. Al turns out he's okay. Maybe we can work out some sort of thing where he can spend more time during the day at Grandeview.
For Al's sake, that would be very nice. Now, while we're on it, can we get something else straight? The next time my son is brought to the doctor, would you please let me know so that I'm not scared half to death when I accidentally find out?
Oh, I will do my best to keep you apprised.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Good. Good. Now that that's all settled, why don't we see if we can sit down and be friends? I mean, I've been hearing a lot of nice things about the Daisy Awards, the ballroom and the production. They were fabulous. You guys did a great job.
Megan, I'm sorry I didn't congratulate you on your award.
Thank you, Gabrielle. I enjoyed beating Spring Sky.
Whatever happened to Spring Sky? Last I heard she was swiping a coconut cream pie off of her face.
Well, the two of you can laugh your heads off. I should go and see how our son is doing. Oh, Hal, sweetheart. Hi, Mommy. Hello.
You're good medicine, Miss Medina.
Oh, goodness. You know, I heard you weren't feeling very well, so I rushed over. Let me see.
What's the diagnosis, doctor?
You all right, son?
Yeah, no, I feel sick to my stomach, Clint. You know how many times I tried to convince Sarah that Austin wasn't going to bother her anymore? What about that time that she claimed that she saw that bloody shirt hanging there in the bathroom? Now, are you going to tell me that that shirt was actually hanging there?
There's no doubt about it.
I took her up to the mountain. You know, I showed her the gravesite. I said, this is where Austin is buried. He's dead. Don't worry about it. Oh, man, that poor girl, everything that she has gone through, that monster raping her, and then she's got her loving friends and her family trying to convince her that she's seeing things.
Look, Cord, good or bad, it's over and done with. What we've got to worry about now is what our next move is.
Yeah, which is how we're going to catch that snake.
Exactly.
Get this, I was talking to Michael Graham, giving him a piece of my mind about Tina. He wants to know if we've got some kind of a secret investigation going on trying to find Austin ourselves and why we're excluding him from it.
Well, as a matter of fact, I'm going to be talking to a friend of Austin's down in Texas, a fellow named Doc. I want to see if he's got any ideas about what plans Austin might be coming up with.
Clint, from everything you've told me, Austin's plan is to get Sarah and to take her out of town someplace. We got to get her a bodyguard.
You know, you're absolutely right. I think we ought to take that up with Bo. He ought to be at Herb Callison's or Rafe's about now.
You know, Austin must be feeling pretty cocky just about now. I mean, he's running rings around us for all this time, and he's had so many opportunities to get to Sarah.
What's your point?
Well, my point is maybe we can set up some kind of a trap, something that can lure him out into the open.
Well, that shouldn't be too hard to do. Sarah saw him at the Llanview Grande Hotel during the Daisy Award show.
Are you kidding me?
No.
Clint, you took a chance of being recognized by all those people?
That's right.
Oh, man, we can't put anything past that man.
That's right. So why don't we get on home and talk to Ace and have a little meeting on strategy?
How's Asa feel about this? Does he feel half as guilty as I do?
Probably worse, since it was his idea. And both you and Renee tried to talk him out of it. I'll pay the check. Don't forget the bracelet.
Oh, I won't, thanks. Oh, man. excuse me. I'm sorry, ma'am.
Oh, no,
Here,
no,
let me help
it's
you
my
with that.
fault.
I got it.
You are very kind, but I can finish this.
All done. There you go.
What's happening?
Minor collision, please.
Child.
Oh, wait a minute. She didn't pay me.
What? That explains the quick exit. Oh, no. Sorry. $10 bill right here on the floor.
$10 for mineral water?
Thanks a lot. Kelly, tell Max hi, will you?
Yeah, I will.
Take care.
Bye.
Al has a respiratory infection. That's why he's been wheezing and coughing.
Does your chest hurt?
He said it does a little.
Well, it's no big thing, right? I mean, just a few antibiotics and he'll be fine in a week or so?
Well, hopefully, but I'm not positive that the infection is bacterial. It could be viral, in which case an antibiotic won't do anything.
Well, when will you know?
The culture should be back in a few days. In the meantime, make sure he rests and gets plenty of fluids.
Oh, well, he drinks juice and water all day long, don't you, partner?
Keep an eye on him for any complications that might arise.
Definitely.
Well, I think you should say goodbye to Dr. Wesley.
Bye, Dr. Wesley.
Thank you, Doctor.
Sure. We'll be in touch.
Oh, at least you're just a little bit sick.
You are going to be just fine, kiddo. You're just going to have to drink some icky medicine, spend some time in bed, then you'll be terrorizing the neighborhood again, all right? Now, listen, do you want to go home with your mommy, or do you want to come back to your bed at our place?
I'll play.
Okay, that's fine with me. Want to go, Daddy?
Come here.
Are you all set to go? Thanks.
Yep, all set. Come on.
One more thing.
Lollipop? Kid takes a lollipop, you can't be that sick.
Thank you very much. Oh, by the way, when did Gabrielle Medina give you the note for Sarah Gordon? I've been sitting here the whole time in full view of the reservations desk. I never saw her hand you anything.
Well, she didn't. I found it in the reservation book.
Wait a minute. It wasn't there before Sarah came in here, was it?
Not that I noticed.
Oh, my God.
Mrs. Buchanan, is anything wrong?
I don't know. Where's the second floor conference room?
Right.
Gabrielle, are you in there?
No. Don't think about it. You see this? Okay. Now you listen to me and you listen very carefully. I'm going to take you to a room in this hotel where we can talk. Now, I love you very much, and I would not want to have to hurt you, but I also do not want to have to go back to prison. So it comes down to a choice of me having to kill you or go back to prison. I'm going to kill you. Do you understand? Now, I'm going to take my hand away from your mouth, and you will not scream. You will not cry for help, right? And if I take my arm off of you, you will not try to run away, right? Okay. Now, we're going to walk towards that stairwell right over there. Very carefully. If we see someone, you will smile at me. I will smile at you. If you don't, I will have to hurt you, and I will probably have to shoot the stranger. No. No talking until we get to my room.
You have a room here?
With a view.
Excuse me, ma'am. Are you lost?
No, not really. I'm looking for Gabrielle Medina, and she's supposed to be in the second floor conference room. Now, that's it, right?
Oh, yes, it is, but I'm afraid there must be some mistake. There was a water leak, and the room was flooded, so no one's using it.
Oh, my God. Do you have a key to get in there? I have to know if there is somebody in there. Look, it's a long story, but it is important, please.
We can look.
Look, you haven't by any chance seen a very young, very beautiful blonde girl up here? Or a man, dark hair, very slender build? Thank you very much.
I don't want your sympathy, Roxanne. As for love, I don't believe it. Oh, Ruby, come on. I know you're tough on the exterior, but I can... Max, whoa.
Who am I kissing, huh?
I beg your pardon?
Was it Ruby or is it Roxanne?
It's me trying to figure out why I can't put these lines in my head. How's Al doing?
He's much better. He's down for a nap now that he's worn out all the adults. Tell you, I don't know how a few hours of anxiety worrying about that boy wears me out more than running a bar and a soap opera.
You know, you and Gabrielle are really too much.
What's that mean?
Well, she comes storming into the doctor's office, ready to chop your head off, and then that melts into mutual concern. And the next thing you know, the doctor walks in with little Al, and you guys look reconciled enough to get married.
I beg your pardon?
Hey, I'm just giving an outsider's point of view.
You're an outsider?
Yeah, I am when it comes to that little boy. Three of you look like the all-American family. Okay, I admit, I'm a tiny bit jealous.
Megan, we're talking about Gabrielle here, the original dragon lady. How can you be jealous of her?
I know, but, you know, you and Al have a special bond. That will never change. It'll always be true.
Look, I can understand maybe being jealous of Kelly. We can work on
Max.
that, or even Mary Lynn or Audrey or any of the actresses on the show. That I could see. But Gabrielle, come on. The woman tried to kill my brother. She hid the existence of my son from me. She manipulated me out of a hotel. I mean, Lord knows what...
Okay. I'm sorry I mentioned it.
So am I. Come here.
Max, Al's calling for you.
I'll be right up. Listen, you want to come upstairs with me, or do you want to jump stick ship?
What? Just because Al is sick, you think I'm going to leave you here alone and give Gabrielle 2 points?
Megan, please.
Come on.
Hello?
At last.
What happened?
I managed to get the bracelet from Cord Roberts.
Smoothly?
Yes. He had no idea I picked his pocket.
And he didn't see you clearly?
Actually, he did, but I don't think that will be a problem.
Isadora, I told you
I had no choice. And it happened so quickly, he'll never be able to identify me.
Well, that had better be true.
It doesn't matter. Now that I have the bracelet, I can fly home.
Yeah, do so on the next flight. Your work is finished here.
Fine. I'll await further instructions from Mendora.
Sarah, a toast. A toast to you and me and our soon-to-be child. Please take the glass.
I am not toasting to you or our child because soon neither of them are going to exist.
Sarah, you're wrong. You're going to be having my child. Now, please take the glass.
Well, you better just make up your mind then.
About what?
One minute you say you're going to kill me, the next minute you say I'm going to have your child. Kill me, and you kill the baby too.
Well, then I won't kill you. But I might have to hurt you.
Austin, please, just let me go.
No, Sarah. You try to understand. It's you and me, forever. I'll take the glass.
I don't want any champagne. Look, I'm pregnant, and we're not supposed to drink when we're pregnant. Don't you know that?
No. I didn't know that at all. I mean, how would I know? I've been in prison most of my life, not raising a family. My God. Hey, well, tell me, what else do I need to know about the baby's health?
Is this some just strange fantasy that you're having? Austin, I hate you. You know that. I'm terrified of you. You know that. What do you think we're going to do? Raise a child together?
Sarah, you were attracted to me before, and I know you will be again, no matter what you're saying right now. I'm a hell of a lot more man than Bo, and you know that.
Austin, this is all just in your mind.
I'm going to drink a toast to Mr. and Mrs. Austin Buchanan and the arrival of their healthy son, Austin Jr. Well, of course we're going to get married, Sarah. I'm not the kind of guy to get a girl pregnant and then not marry her.